Welcome Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm Key, and this is our doorway. We're past the doorway. We're already in the Akashic Records library. Wow. A beautiful viewer yesterday pointed out that she's seen the number 555 today and yesterday. Before getting ready for this reading, I seen the same numbers, 555. So, Tauruses, um, you're definitely going to be making some changes, and it's going to show your courage. Whenever you get a chance, look in Keykeys Doorway reference for Angel's number 555, a beautiful person on YouTube, Miss Minx. She does interpretations on numbers and the connections to numbers to angels, okay? So whenever you get a chance, check out numbers 555. But I know for a Taurus, the number 5 means definitely change. And it requires our courage. What drives the heart of Taurus for June 2019? What drives the heart of Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, male, female, for June 2019? Hearts drive the heart. What drives the heart? What drives the heart? Okay. Now, if you're wondering, thank you for being here in the library. For those that are wondering, how do you know if you're not a Taurus, right? And how can you tell? The personality, if you're tapping into your Taurus energy. If you're thinking about making changes, then you're definitely tapping into your Taurus nature. If you are, let's see, becoming more grounded in what you're doing, like you're thinking about your self-worth, what you value, how do you trust yourself, then yes, you're tapping into your Taurus nature. Okay? So, let's see what's going on energetically for Tauruses. What energies will be around Taurus, or what energies will Taurus take on for June 2019? Okay, I want to come out. What energies Taurus will take on? Okay, let's get started. See what's up. And got the confirmation 4-4, so I was thinking about doing this at 4 o'clock in the morning, but so I'm just like, nah, wait it out. Yeah, you still got to feel some more energy. So yeah, the changes that you're making, you're connected to, okay? What? You see, we just said about 4, right? So if you're in the 4th house, connections, Cancerian. And you're using the Cancerian nature, which is what you connect to and how you care about that, all right? So spiritually, you're looking at what makes you feel secure. What makes you feel secure? again, if you are a Taurus or a person that's watching, a Cancerian is a water sign, and that's Earth's opposite sign is water. Since we have pulled up Cancer, definitely you may be also looking at your Capricorn nature, which is Cancer's opposite sign. Cancer's opposite sign is Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about how we use those connections and start to calculate and making more cultivation out of those changes, okay? So you definitely are looking at bossing up, and probably looking at the company you're keeping as well. So mentally, what is supporting you? Your home base or family? That would explain the company that we're keeping. So how do you feel connected to that? What makes you feel secure when it comes to your home base or family? And family does not have to mean like your blood family only. It can mean your friends. Your friends we create as family. Our careers. If we look at the jobs that we go to every day, that is like another family. That's another family to us. So looking at those connections and seeing, does it need to probably be changed, or you probably are thinking about how can you get more connections? How can you get more compensation? That could be on your mind. I definitely know that is on my mind as well. Look here. Capricorn, we just said that, right? So I believe since we are looking at Capricorn, because this is what our heart is driving us to, I'm going to do next Capricorn's reading then. So we're looking at the spiritual in the month of June. Our heart is driving us to our spiritual self. So what are you becoming more dedicated to achieving? Mentally, what are we focusing on? Physically, it's going to result from the rules imposed. Either the rules that we oppose on those connections or the rules that are imposed upon us. So, for example, we were talking about, or I happen to speak about compensation. Say that you're looking to improve, or for me, I'm looking to improve because I could connect with you guys, Taurus. I have other elements in me, so I'm giving you from a Taurus perspective. When we think about tokens of love, or when we give of ourselves, right? We expect that token, that material to come back to us, whether it be in affection, whether it be in finances, whether it be in that loyalty and trust, and who we give our token of love, or who we give our tokens to in that expression. If we feel that is not equally exchanged, then now we start to question not just the people, the place, or the thing that we're giving ourselves to in those aspects. But we're looking at ourselves to see, well, one, did people ask for this amount of attention? Two, did people ask for our amount of energy? Three, how do we really expect to be compensated if we're thinking about money in regards to our trade? So the efforts that is being made, it has to be equal. If it's not, then yes, we have to think about these things first before we ask, because we want to be clear on what we're truly needing to keep going in that connection. If that is not reimbursed or given back, then we have that right to either give less or know how to impose boundaries. Okay? So let's look at the presence. Wow, High Priestess. Look at that. So we are definitely teachers, healers. So whoever's watching this, have you, you don't have to be an actual teacher, like got a degree in teaching. People come to you to understand your teachings, and it could be in the form of asking you questions. As a Taurus, I've been surrounded by questions. I was on this contemplating yesterday when it comes to teaching, right? So, one token of wisdom, or a token of a question someone told me was, how do I view love? Or how do I view going after a career that has not been made? And I said, well, I feel passionate first. I have to feel passionate about it and start to go after it. Now, again, for Tauruses, changes is we're concerned about it because we don't want to mess up. We don't want to feel like we have to go back and do something else to compensate on how we charged ahead in the first place. So we definitely got to feel that connection. So whatever happens, we can stand on that notion. And as physically doing that, going out in the world and doing things that I love, it required me to create those things. Even though it exists, it didn't exist in a way that I was seeing things. So when I did make those things happen, it appeared as if my head was chopped off. Have you ever heard the expression, look like your head is, the chicken's head is chopped off? The chicken is still alive. Still running, but the head is chopped off. It did not realize that it cannot operate without its head. And when I got that expression, my first thought was become upset. But then I had to think about it. Like, oh, I look like I'm scattering myself. It looked like I don't have a focus. And Taurus, you have a focus. It is more of, does it make sense to you? So have you ever heard some people tell you that your ideas or what you're about to do does not make sense? Well, again, my mind's eye is here to let you know. When I say my mind's eye, I'm talking about me as a person. And I'm tapping into my third eye to clarify this. When some people say that you're not making sense, ask yourself. They came to you to ask your opinion or your suggestions, right? That is a token of your wisdom. If they think it does not make no sense, why are they around you? Would you be around someone that does not make sense? No. You'll be around someone that does make sense. Again, a movie, a vision in my mind's eye is coming to me. We all go to the store, right? Whether it be a deli or a grocery store, a mall, any store that has what we want, what we need. If these stores did not have what we needed, and it could become an idea. All these things that are stores have an idea what we want and what we need. That's how they get their compensation. If they did not have anything, would we be going to the store? No. Once they get their inventory, once they get their ideas rolling on what will be the next sale to put into their store, then we be there. You are not only the inventory, Tauruses, or the person that is watching, male, female. You're not only the store, you are the inventory as well. You are the idea. You are the goods. And if you think I'm wrong, right? Because you can always question. As a teacher, as a high priest and priestess, I ask of you to always question what you hear. So if you think I am wrong, right? Then when people tell you that you're not making sense, or that your ideas are not good enough, or whatever you're about to do you should not do, watch if they come back to you. Meaning, the same people that are shutting you down, are they coming back to you? If they're coming back to you, that means that they value what not only you have to say, but how you do things. They just trying to trick you to get more information out of you, so they could take it and use it for themselves. I'm quite sure you experienced that too. Okay, let's continue. Just had to put it out there. Someone told me. Now, oh, mother, like mother hen, you have some stories. You have some truths too of where you have come from, what does matter to you, and how you do nurture people. You come as a mother and masculine. I know that you're watching, so this could be in a way of how you show your movement. Like how you move tells people, males, that you matter to them. So if you were wondering, like, well, I'm a Taurus, but I may not have that mothering energy. Yes, you do. When people come to you, males, why do you think they come to you? Because they know that you're going to move in a way for them that matters. Else they wouldn't come to you. You take care of business. Why would I not go to a masculine Taurus? Y'all know how to move and shake. You know how to make things happen because you take the time to care. Then there should be an equal exchange to that. Feminine, your mothers as well. You show how things matter to you by the way that you move and the way that you nurture also. You give a double dose. It's like a double scoop. So this is why we have gotten the 4th house and Capricorn. Again, that nurturing. Is it being compensated by affections, by money, by time, by effort? Anything that you've been wanting an equal exchange on is because you know that people come to you for that mothering energy, for that mothering knowledge, for those truths, for those lessons that even mothers learn. A true mother is going to tell you not just what to do and how to do it, but why they're telling you. I tell my daughter all the time when she asks me, well, why is it not good to always show that you care about people or to fully trust people? The first thing I said is, did they earn it? And she said, no, but I care. I was like, yes, because you're a Taurus. You take the time to care. I know. But guess what? Your mother, which is me, had done those things too, where I gave a lot of my energy. I gave a lot of my time. I gave a lot of my love. I gave. And when it was time for me to look back to see, did I get anything back? Again, I didn't see anything to show for it. And that made me rearrange. I didn't cut it off, but it made me rearrange on how much I give out. And when that happened, I was able to get back. And if I didn't get back, once I made those boundaries, then I knew that, hey, it's not worth the effort anyway, else they're going to keep getting. Food and hunger. Again, it goes back into what you move forward in. Does it provide that hunger in you? When you are making those foundations, when you are making those family connections, making those friends connections, making a connection to your future, even the future that you have in the now. Because what you're doing now is preparing for any type of future. Does it feel like it's going to help that hunger inside of you and outside of you, whether it be physical hunger, emotional hunger, financial hunger, spiritual hunger? Is it going to provide you that nourishment? These are presents that we have. Okay? Trust and faith. Look at that. Trust and have faith that whatever you're about to do, guardians angels are right there beside you to guide you. Now, you may hear this through another person like myself. You may hear this when you are talking and praying and just trying to ask what is the way. You will get, again, maybe numbers to tell you how to move. So start looking at numerology. Start looking at numbers. If it's a book or a movie that comes into mind, start watching it. If you listen to music, the first station you put on, listen to the lyrics, listen to the artist, or even recognize or Google what the artist is by day of birth and month. You don't even need the year. The date and the month will tell you a lot. I was listening to yesterday Sade, and as I was looking at, like, going over what I had to do next as the next steps, right? I asked myself, am I making a solid sequence of a choice? And Sade came on. And I was like, And I was like, well, let me guess what her sign is based on how she sounds to me in frequency or sounds to me in vibration. And I was like, she comes off as a Cancerian, like a person that cares, because her voice is so soothing and caring. It makes me think of a Cancerian, a water sign. Now I said, she might, if she's a Cancer, she might be a Capricorn, but I'm not sure. And when I got out the bathtub, I said, let me go and check. Do you know she's Capricorn? I said, ain't this something? So it clarified what I was already thinking of, a sequence of events. So this is an example of what you can do, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or viewers that are tapping into their Taurus energy. So let's look at the angel cards, okay? Energy that you are taking on, that you are about to be. Wow. Number 5, again, unity. So you are becoming Archangel Seraphim. So I'm going to put in Keykeys.Doorway that particular angel. And I'm going to check with you on what kind of angel he is, or this energy is, or entity, I should say. So if you're seeing here, you're connecting all concepts of religion, spirituality, for the last 5 years of your life, or even when you were the age of 5. You always unify different concepts in your life. You always tied in things to have that strong thread of information. I gave you several information, and it came from not just from my spiritual side only. It came from living, being on the street, going to school, going to different practices of religion, reading of different practices of religion, having a background of family that are priests and pastors, or I should say pastors or ministers, really. You have this experiences yourself in many areas. So you're going to be unifying from the rest of May going into June, how to make that your catalyst in changing. So you might be going to a mentor, like myself, or go to someone that connects to what you're about to do. So if you're thinking about astrology, definitely contact me. If you're thinking about numerology, I'm your girl. If you're thinking about just how to connect and how you want to be, start looking at the spiritualities that you do feel connected to, and look for a mentor that surrounds you, that can be that guide for you. Besides your guardian angels, besides your spirit guides, they're there. But they're going to, once you think about that, they're going to appoint or send to you in the physical world these type of people. Okay? Oh, and the number 5, if in order for you to make those changes, you're also tapping into your Leo side of self, which is you're now taking that lead. So you have that willpower to not only see your worth and why you're doing it, but to see why you're doing it is worthy. Okay? So, what you may be experiencing is the 2 of air. So you may be experiencing unwillingness to make a decision, right? Or 2 opposing energies, or 2 people that is in conflict, whether it be you and another person that you may be feeling that you have conflict with. If you have already talked, and again, when you talked, the answer did not feel aligned with who you are, You're starting to ask yourself, Taurus, if this is truly enough for you. Is this the kind of atmosphere that you want? To always be in conflict with people that you talk to. You see that there's no sense of doing that, because if you're in conflict, then that means that you know what you want to do. And maybe it's someone in your atmosphere that wants to stop you. And they could be stopping you out of aggravation, or that they're aware of what you're about to do. Again, going back to when people say that you're not making any sense. If a person came to you, right, and you had no cents in your hand, no nickels in your hand, and a person came to you and asked you a question while they had nickels in their hand, they had some cents in their hand. And when they asked you a question, they gave you their nickels. And by the end of your answer, they actually tell you, you not making sense. But guess what? You got the actual nickels that they had in their hand in your hand. And you start to say to them, well, obviously, you're not making sense, both by the way you're speaking and by your physical. Because if I'm not making no sense, why did you pay me? And they're going to look down on their hand, and they're going to realize that they did give you the nickels, because deep down in their subconscious mind, they knew that indeed you were making sense, not nonsense. Okay? So rather than give away your secrets, rather than give away what makes sense, you start to look at them and ask, well, why are you asking me this question? Why are we talking? Is it something that you want to get the answer to? Or is it something that you're looking at as an antidote for whatever you're about to do? Now, they might be taken aback by that. Why? Because, again, they see that you're about to come on up in the earth. You're about to come up in the world, Taurus. You're about to get them coins. Them changes are about to give you them coins. Get you that congratulations for your work that you have been doing, for the care that you have been tending to before the situation to change. And again, you walking in single. You're walking in single. And or if you're not single and you're with someone, people are seeing that you are a complete package. That you have the goods, you are the store, you are, why is Khalees, all the boys want to come to the yard, and for all the boys, all the girls want to come to the yard for your goods? Understand why they coming. Know why they coming for you. Why they coming for you, Taurus? Oh. Because you are that person that has been enduring a lot. You are that person that has not only endured, but you're that person that holds endearment, that knows that the energy that you put forth is powerful. That's what they're recognizing. The people in your life, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or viewer that is watching this, they see you as a person that people wants to be around, that everyone comes to for protection, for peace of mind, for pleasure, for principle. They come to you, and they recognize that now. So, from you hearing this, how is that going to change your energy? Look at that. Look at that here. You unified, and now you are becoming the emperor. Your energy is the emperor. You know that you are that enterprise. You know that you're making an empire. You know, and you now know, and you've been known, that whatever you have been doing was to become an emperor. And you are in the month of June, because you're connected to everything. You're connected to the reason why you change. You're connected to the reason why you take the lead. You're connected to why you communicate the way you do. You're connected to how you take action. You're connected to even how you see yourself. And you looking mighty fly. And if you're bringing out the arts of yourself, do that. This is why I mentioned earlier, if you would like to connect to me, definitely. I do personal readings by video and send it to your email, or we could talk on the phone. And everybody that knows me in my personal life, they know Key, she talks like, very calm and collective and smooth. But you're getting to hear my other side too, right now. And I appreciate both sides of my voice. And I have a street side too. I know what time it is. I know the time in which it is. So, Archangel Michael. Wow. So I'm going to definitely put both angels in regards to how we are moving forward, okay? How are you going to be tackling these aggravations in your atmosphere, Taurus? You're becoming the king of fire. You're going to be embracing, showing that passion of pushing forward. Ain't no time to be, yes, be patient, because patience is very powerful. But it doesn't mean that you can't push forward, though, because you're the king. You know that your forward movement is not only creating the fruit for now, it's creating the fruit for your future. So show your motivational side, show your idealistic side, your ambitious nature. Show that you're charismatic. You're taking on Aries side of yourself, which is action. You're taking on Leo side of yourself, which is that leadership. You're taking on Sagittarius, which is all about saddling up and getting things started. Look at that. And you're looking mighty sexy too. For all the females, you looking sexy. You looking succulent. For the fellas, you looking mighty fine. You looking handsome. Scrumptious. People want to flirt with that. I would. How people view you. Look at this. Again, check out Aries reading, because I did Aries reading and Sagittarius too. So before I do Capricorn, look at those, okay? So, High Priestess. Again, because of your teachings, because of your principles, people are going to be coming to you with a higher respect. They're going to be promoting you. And they see that you're a healer. They see that you have been listening to your intuition, that you have that patience like we were just talking about, that you consider carefully what you want before you're acting. You look at what you want before you act. So wait a minute. Wade in the water. Wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Listen, look at what you got to do, and then I will show you how to take that lead, okay? The next thing is when people communicate with you, right? Take the time to listen to them. Don't listen to just what they say. Listen to the in-between words and what they say, like the things that they say under their breath, the things that they say lightly. It's like, oh, I like you, but I don't like you. What does that mean? You're going to start connecting the dots, and that will give you your conclusion on what you got to do and why you got to do it, okay? Because you are tired of feeling great sadness, or people in your environment are seeing that you're tired of going through sadness with people that communicate to you. They're communicating to you, again, for answers. They're communicating to you to see how to become that iniquity in their life, to become ambitious in their life, to become more accurate in how they move. They come into you. So if they're saying to you that your answers don't make sense, go back to that vision that I gave you. If you're not making no sense, why are they standing next to you? Why are they calling you? Why are they communicating with you? Why are they around you? Would a person that is homeless be around people that are homeless? I'm sorry. I've also in my life experienced homelessness, so I know what I'm talking about. I was around people that had apartments, that had the things that I wanted, so I learned from them on how to get what I have now. So this goes back to what I'm saying. People that think that you're not doing nothing, they wouldn't be around you. They would be around people that are. So obviously you're doing something. They just want to steal. They just want to take. They just want to make it sound like you're not making no sense. Again, you are. So if this reading resonates with you, press the like button, share, and subscribe. If you would like to get a one-on-one reading with me, whether through personal video or talking, where I listen to you, I truly do. And then by how I hear you and what you ask, I can give to you some answers or some suggestions that you could take and run with. Okay? I love you, Taurus. I love you. I will see you on the other side.